Well, I just had a very useful and very interesting meeting with His Excellency the President. We were talking about multilateral and regional issues on which Rwanda and Norway can cooperate. We were also talking about economic development in Africa as such, and through the African Regional Free Trade Agreement, and about issues related to how that can actually kick off and become a good tool for Africa to grow economically. Also, we touched upon issues like energy development, refugees, and other issues common to Rwanda and Norway.
What can you say about the relationship between Rwanda and Norway nowadays?
Well, the relationship between Rwanda and Norway has been good for a long time. There is a personal relationship between His Excellency the President and the Norwegian Prime Minister. They worked closely together in initiatives in the UN and under the African Union in the past, and hopefully that will be resumed again when the COVID is, well, leaving us, hopefully soon.
Which are your key priorities during your tenure as Ambassador of Norway to Rwanda?
Well, one is the clean energy development agenda. Then we work closely with Rwanda on the Security Council issues, because Norway is now in the Security Council for 2 years. And also we work on tax for development. We have a project where Norway is providing funds for developing tax laws. We cooperate on the refugee initiative by Rwanda on taking refugees from Libya, which is also important. And last but not least, we are both champions on having female leaders in parliament and in society in general. And I think that is an area where we could cooperate more.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. If you could just give us 30 seconds for a portrait.
Hungary ni inshuti y'u Rwanda. Hungary is a friend of Rwanda. So I'm very happy to be here and to have presented my credentials. And we have some big plans ahead for Hungary-Rwanda relationships in water treatment and also in education. We have some common projects that we are trying to work on now.
What is in that plan of relationship between both countries?
So we are having a common agreement, a framework agreement we are about to sign on a tied aid credit, a soft loan, 0% interest rate loan in the value of $50 million from the Hungarian government to the Rwandan government that will be spent on the water treatment plant in Karenje, the upgrading of a water treatment so that the whole of Kigali will have safe and clean water to drink. So that's the plan. The second one in education, we have just started from this year a scholarship program whereby we offer 20 scholarships, full scholarships including accommodation, tuition and allowance for 20 students in Rwanda. And the first year is from September of this year. The first students, 19 students have applied, so 19 Rwandans will start their studies in Hungary from September, and this is an annual, every year ongoing scholarship program.
When will that one of water plant will take place?
So we are now in the elaboration of a concept note together with the Ministry of Infrastructure and the WASAC. And as soon as we have the plans ready, we'll sign a so-called framework agreement on financial cooperation, hopefully still this year. And if everything goes well, according to plan, next year the implementation can begin.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much.
Murakoze.
I start with a statement that I presented, I had the honor today to present my credentials to His Excellency the President of Rwanda, Mr. Paul Kagame. And I promised the President, besides, conveying the best regards of my President, Nikos Anastasiadis, for the happiness and health of the president and the people of Rwanda. I promise the president that I will do anything in my power to enhance further our relations, which are already excellent. This is the statement that I have.
No, thank you. It's a great pleasure to be here in Rwanda today, presenting my credentials to the President of Rwanda. The relationship between Rwanda and Australia is a close one. I'm keen, as we discussed today with the President, to do more to enhance our bilateral relationship, and in particular to do more to work cooperatively together across a range of issues affecting the multilateral institutions that are facing some challenges at the moment. But certainly it was really pleasing to be here today, and looking forward to further increase in our cooperation going forward. Thank you.
What is your key priorities during your tenure as a High Commissioner of Australia to Rwanda?
So from where I sit, I'm keen to identify where Australia can work more closely to increase our bilateral trade and investment. We need to understand that our trade and investment currently is modest, but there are opportunities to identify niche areas, particularly in ICT, agriculture and education, where I believe that there are opportunities going forward. Very pleased yesterday to have met a number of the alumni from Rwanda who have studied in Australia, bringing back their experiences and knowledge from having studied there to work here in Rwanda. So that's been a key area that I see some opportunities also going forward. Also in agriculture, we're very pleased to be assisting Rwanda with some research in agriculture. And then finally with ICT, there's a lot of interesting initiatives happening at the moment. In particular, I wish to highlight the work that we in Australia have been doing to support a project called Digital Earth Africa, which is providing spatial imagery to assist governments like Rwanda with understanding all the different land and sea topography challenges that you have. So we're keen to work more closely with Rwanda on that going forward as well.